Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your timeless intuitive reading. If this message resonates or you find it helpful, then it's for you. Let's get into it. We're going to look at your general energy first, as well as the experiences that you're currently moving through. Queen of Wands. Oh, beautiful. Let's pull a few more. As I was tuning into your energy before I started filming, I was definitely feeling very light and clear. Okay, ooh, hang on. We've got a couple more here. Oh, yeah. Whoa, King of Cups with the Emperor. Wow. So you've got a queen and a king and the Emperor. Ooh. My goodness, Pisces. Okay, so I think you're feeling stable, strong, clear. I think there's two things happening that I'm picking up on. On one hand, there's this beautiful Queen of Wands energy that's showing me you're feeling very passionate and almost like invigorated, connected to yourself and connected to other people. You're feeling more social, happy, right? And then there's these two masculine energies. They're facing off. They're looking at each other. I think that's interesting. I think there's almost a little bit of a debate happening within you because you're feeling more passionate and inspired. You are contemplating the best way to structure and contain that passion and inspiration. And there's kind of like two different ways that you're looking at it, right? You're thinking about a more fluid structure and a more structure-y structure. But it's structure. Either way, it's like you're contemplating what is the best structure for me? What is the best containment for me? Should I go more loosey-goosey with it? Should I go more harsh with it? It's like you're feeling it out. And that's really good. That's really beautiful. Okay, let's look at the experiences that you're currently moving through. You know, the masculine sort of structure, for the most part, tends to arise naturally and organically when the divine feminine is aligned. The divine feminine really sets the tone for everything. And it looks like with this Queen of Wands, again, your feminine expression and embodiment is very exalted right now, very alive and very present. And so it makes sense that you're now focusing on how best to structure that feminine flow. Because it does need structure. It does need structure. But there is a difference between containment and confinement. And that That is an art form. That's an art form, right? Being able to properly contain your feminine flow versus constricting and confining it. The difference between those two can be incredibly subtle sometimes. And sometimes you don't know what it is until you try something and realize, yep, nope, that sucked the life out of me. That was not right. Experience of the Pisces. What's the primary experience of the Pisces? King of Pentacles? Pisces. Whoa. Let's pull a couple more. Yeah, that's beautiful. That makes so much sense. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so you are currently focused on and assessing how you can create stability, structure, and wealth and abundance for yourself and your family. That's beautiful. I love this for you. I love this. I mean, Pisces energy is just so, it is so, to me, the way that I experience it, it is like ultra feminine. It is so fluid and like nebulous and surreal and dreamlike and fluid. To properly contain that energy, I mean, I don't know. That is a fascinating thing to think about. And clearly you are at the point that you're now ready to really look at what the right containment is for you, because you are focused on creating stability and abundance and wealth. You want to create a legacy. You know, you want to create a legacy. You want to do something that really matters. You want to do something, build or create something that will have an impact far beyond just you, and maybe even beyond just your family. You want to do something that matters. You want to build and leave a legacy. And you're realizing just how much commitment, devotion, consistency, structure that requires. Okay. So what is the primary challenge that Pisces is moving through right now? Seven of Wands. Defensiveness. Okay. The Chariot. Let's pull one more. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the primary challenge you're facing right now is that you have the capacity to tap into, tune into, and even temporarily embody a variety of different forms of masculine energy. It's kind of like going back to the primary cards here, you've got this one expression of masculine that you're exploring and considering in the King of Cups, which is much more fluid, soft, compassionate, malleable. And then you've got this expression of the masculine, the Emperor, which is like, I don't want to say harsh, but a little bit more like tyrant, dictator energy. Like there is no wiggle room here. If we said we're going to show up at 10:45 on Sunday, then we will be there at 10:45 on Sunday. I would rather die than not. Like there's no wiggle room, right? So, so like I initially said, you're playing around with these different masculine energies and potentials. Um, you're exploring them, and look, your primary challenge is it's all men. It's all men in the cards. So to me, this is just speaking to like the variety of masculine energy that you're exploring. There's almost like kind of warrior self-defense energy in the Seven of Wands. There's the Chariot energy, which is just like laser focus. You have blinders on. You don't care what anybody else thinks or says. And then there's the Knight of Pentacles, which is like slow and steady, very grounded. It cannot be rushed. It's all so different. There's nothing wrong with exploring all of these different forms and expressions of masculine energy. But from my perspective, and I'm going to pull some cards on advice in just a second, and we'll see what it says. But how at the end of the day, how are you going to know which form of masculine energy? How are you going to know which containment and structure is right for you? How do you know that? How can you know that? I think that's a really important question to ask. If the structure that you are employing makes your feminine feel free and alive, I think you're on the right track. If that structure makes your feminine feel stifled and anxious, probably not so much. And I think every single person, yes, and even every single Pisces, every single one of you watching this, you're going to need something a little bit different. You're all going to require different forms of structure. So you can't look to see how anybody else is structuring their life to know what's right for you. So it's good to explore, but just keep in mind that this should not really be a mental decision in the end. The right decision for you is going to come from how the structure makes you feel over time. All right, let's wrap things up with some advice here. What does Pisces need to know or do? Four of Cups. The Hanged Man. Hanged Man came up for Scorpio too. Take one more. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups also came up for Scorpio's advice. Interesting. I wonder if you have Scorpio in your chart. You may want to watch the Scorpio reading. I'm just getting that now intuitively. Okay, so, and then at the bottom of the deck, oh, at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Wow. Okay, so it's in your best interest at this time to again not look at what anybody else is doing, not compare yourself, retract your energy a little bit, take some time for yourself to contemplate, to meditate, to explore, and to really just enjoy your own energy and allow the proper structure and containment for you to kind of emerge out of a greater presence to yourself. Again, like I was saying, this is not something that you can really just logically figure out. It's something you have to experience and feel. The Hanged Man is also inviting you to completely flip your perspective on its head about this whole situation. Think outside the box. That's really what the Hanged Man is saying. Think way outside the box. And and Five of Cups is saying learn from the past. Do not stay in the past. Learn from the past. Do not ruminate in the past. If you're actually processing your emotions and learning from what you've been through, it should be pretty organic and natural and easy to eventually shift your focus to, what's next. The opportunities that are available to you now, right? Okay, so overall, I would say you're in a really potent spot right now. This is such a fascinating, beautiful contemplation for any sign, but especially for Pisces, which again is so, to me, like feminine and fluid. How do you contain Pisces energy properly? That is such a cool conversation. Um, don't compare yourself. Go within and let your heart be your guide. Let your feelings be your guide. Let your body be your guide. Don't be too harsh on yourself. If you stay in this beautiful energy that you're in right now, it will become apparent through exploration what the right structure is for you. And I'll also just leave you with what is the resistance that you have to structure and containment, divine masculine in the first place? What's the resistance there? Is there any lingering resistance from the past? Is the only experience that you have with containment confinement? So do you have this like assumption that there's no such thing as divine containment or positive structure that can support your freedom? Maybe some part of you feels like structure stifles freedom, when in fact the exact opposite is true. There is no freedom without structure. There is no flow without structure. So I would explore that if you have any resistance, because if you have resistance to structure, period, then no kind of structure is ever going to work or last for you. If you just have resistance to structure, period, it doesn't matter how many different formats of structure you explore, you're never going to like any of them, right? So go into that too and make sure that you clean up any resistance in that way, okay? All right, Pisces, thank you for letting me read for you today. If you have any questions or comments, we'll leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you resonated. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.